Hey guys, welcome to Coaching with Chris. Today, I am very excited to be able to bring this guest. Great mom, great leader, great loan officer, tough as nails, amazing setup, has dominated in her area. And it's just exciting to be able to interview and to be able to talk with originators across the country that want to be better, that want a better team, better relationships, and want to be able to grow your business. If that is you, thanks for checking in, Coaching with Chris today. And Ashley, are you here?
I am here. Good morning.
Good morning. You made a post the other day that says Chris stole my thunder, and I giggled about it a little bit, and I'm like, that is true. Originating is not rocket science. It is really serious to the basics. If we would just stay there, we'd get the results. Is
Yep.
this true?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
now,
there's only so many ways to talk about it, right? And there's only so many things to say. So we share.
We share. So for everybody, let's get to know Ashley a little bit. You started tell us how you started in this crazy world of mortgage.
Yeah. So I always say it's like my tagline now because I'm of a certain age that I can say that I've been doing this for more than half my life. So I started in the financial services industry, meaning I worked for Wells Fargo at 18 and I never left the business. And so I started in Wells Fargo, which is sort of in your backyard right there.
Yeah.
And I grew up in it. I worked in the branch and I went to night school at 18 with a bunch of 40 and 50-year-old people who were going back to school for their degrees. And so I
Yeah.
worked all day, went to school at night, and you can say what you want about Wells Fargo and their history, but that's really who taught me how to connect with people and sell things to anybody, right? So I worked there for 5 years and then worked through local community banks, just kind of learning my way through the banking industry. So I worked in compliance, operations, BSA. I had a sales background because of Wells Fargo. And I ended up in a really small little Cajun community town right outside of Lafayette, Louisiana. It's called Brokerage. And I worked with a man who really taught me how to connect with people and serve them in our communities on a really high level. And that was 10 years ago. No, that was 15 years ago. And we're still great friends. And I really owe a lot of my business to him.
Wow, what a cool compliment. Now, I first of all love hiring Wells Fargo employees. So when you're looking to hire and it says Wells Fargo, you should definitely take that interview because there are some amazing gems that come from Wells.
Yep.
And some of my really, really top employees, now I think about it, came from Wells.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a culture. I run my business the way that I do because I was at Wells Fargo for 5 years. There's a saying in the banking industry, which you guys are partnered with a bank at Windsor, so you know this. But and a lot of companies operate this, but not all of them, and I can always tell the difference. I run my business like Wells Fargo did. If everybody in your operation got hit by a bus, tomorrow could a crew come in and run your operation without your clients feeling it?
Right.
And I learned that from Wells Fargo.
Yeah. They have a playbook for everything.
Everything.
So my wife started off at Wells Fargo too in mortgage. She got laid off right before we got married in '94. But they didn't tell her.
Yeah.
They waited for us to come back from our honeymoon. Then they told her, which I thought was really nice. And then they put her in. I think she transferred to private banking. But what a cool thing. So now you had your own broker shop, or you work for a shop? How's that work? What's the mechanics?
So I work for a flat fee broker, which allows me to run my team. I have my DBA under them. So all of my branding and my marketing and compliance stuff is under my team name. And I work for a flat fee broker shop. So it's kind of the best of both worlds that allows me to serve my clients and my referral partners in a way that works for me. I manage my team. I'm responsible for 100% of the expenses. And what I'm not responsible for is compliance, licensing, payroll, and HR. So,
Hello.
yeah. So it works really well. It's serving the season of life that I'm in for sure. I need some support, but I want to be fully in control of my business.
Yeah, I feel like if you weren't fully in control, you wouldn't be happy.
Yeah, I'm a recovering control freak. So, it's a work in progress every day. And, in South Louisiana, and I'm sure this is true in all parts of the country, but in South Louisiana, like, we're a particular breed. We are set up a certain way. Our culture's a certain way. The way we work is a certain way. A lot of my boys are blue collar offshore workers. They're hard to originate. They're hard to connect with, literally by the technology and things like that. So so I'm serving in them in a way that works for my clients. And sometimes when you work for large retail lenders or large broker shops or a solo shop, you can't really figure that out. And it's really important to me that I take care of my clients and my referral partners, not serving the greater powers. And if I need to make a change because the market is changing, my business is changing, the client's like, whatever that may be, I get to decide that. And if it's working, then I get to roll with it. And if it's not working, the responsibility falls on me and I can make those adjustments.
Yeah. But I think people are listening and they're saying, Ashley, what does your team look like? And the reason why I say that is because to debunk the stupid theory that as a individual mortgage broker working for a flat fee shop can't scale and grow. And that I know.
Yeah.
I know. They say it. And I'm like, that's BS. Well, no. That's why people went back to retail because they could grow it. Like, I'm like, no, that's not true. So let's walk through that, because maybe you're an originator listening today, you're at 4 loans or you're at 2 loans or you're at 8 loans. And you're like, what's the next step for me to get to double up, to get to 4, to get to 8, to get to 16, to get to 32? There's a little path right there. So walk us through a little bit of what your team looks like.
Yeah. So I don't think it's a broker or retail model or flat fee or whatnot. When it comes to how do I scale my business, you have to be super intentional with your plan and be highly accountable, which requires development of you and your skills. And you likely need somebody to help you see through the forest and what you can't see, have a higher level of thinking and whatnot. And at retail, you have people around you. Like, you are paying for that kind of support, leadership, and development, or should be paying for support, development, and leadership to help you scale your business. That's why they take the cut of your comp for it. And people don't realize that. But I know the full market industry, the full cycle behind it. That's what you get at retail. I was in retail for 15 years, and it served me really well because I partnered with people that would pour into me, and it's allowed me to build this business. So that's why people are in retail, because they can learn those systems. When you come to the broker world, it's like welcome to the jungle. It's like you're out there on your own and you have to figure it out because nobody's holding your hand, nobody's doing anything and whatnot. I'm a fan of the flat fee model because I have spent thousands of dollars in coaching and development and leadership with the right people at the right season to allow me to grow as a leader. And so you can't walk into this business with no leadership and development skills and think you're going to scale your business. So I don't think it's about the model. I think it's about what are you doing to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
To answer the question, my team has changed over the years. Back in the heyday of 2020, I had 8 girls that worked for me at one point. But this is where we are.
No guys?
No men have ever worked for me.
Oh my, you are missing out.
They call me the man hater, and that's not true because I love me a room full of men, but I was not created to place a space for men under my team. God created me to lead the way of women. So here
Oh,
we
he
are.
did.
Uh-huh.
Maybe he hasn't just shown you yet.
Maybe. So I'm really not a man hater. I just like to surround myself with powerful women. So those are the opportunities I provide. So I've only had women that worked for me back in the heyday. But like I said, we're in this market. Heyday's been over for a while and it ain't coming back. I have a loan partner. Her name is Amy. You follow us together. We are a team. I say we're like a senior citizens package. We're a 2-for-1 special. And she came into my business 6 years ago, and she literally started as my social media graphics girl. And she managed my social media and kind of grew that way back. I mean, this was probably actually 7 years ago, before TikTok, before Instagram, before there was live video on Facebook. We were generating business off of Facebook, right? So she helped me with that. And she has graduated through my business step by step, season at a time. And she really handles all of my business now. She takes care of the client from start to finish. We have a different skill set. She is a little more attention to detail. She takes care of the paperwork. She is such a sweet little heart. So people connect with her really well. So she takes care of my clients really well and whatnot. My job is the system to make sure that we are looking forward in what our clients need, what's coming down the pipeline, the market changes, the products that are coming out, meeting with real estate agents, connecting with them, helping them grow their business so they will trust us with their business. And she does have a role in the real estate agent relationship with us, but that's primarily my responsibility. And she takes care of the clients. And then same thing, she primarily takes care of the clients, and I only a little bit like fill in the gaps where it's needed.
So I think this is a big discussion, wherever your mind is at. You're wanting to grow, you know the market's going to change, and you're thinking, I'm going to hire this Amy. And what would you consider her top 3 job duties?
Connecting with my clients and making sure that everybody in the transactions understands what's going on. So as the lead comes in, as the client is referred to us, we partner with our agent to corral that client and get them through, and then just keep the transaction together and organized. It's now her job, because she's my loan partner, to pre-approve and make sure we have a really solid file and hold the line of the expectations we've set for the process and the clients.
So connect, update, get them pre-approved, right? So is she taking the app?
Yeah, she does everything. I don't talk to the clients unless we have a problem somewhere in it that needs a little bit of like expertise of like, we've got to just like a thing blew up in the middle of it, I'll come and help fix it. But no, she takes care of 100% of the client, the intake, the app, the pre-approval consultation. I do require every client to have a conversation with me before they get a conversation with our team, which is normally Amy, before they get their pre-approval letter from us.
When do you inject the Ashley secret sauce with the customer?
So along the way, so I have built out a very powerful CRM. It is built on the Go High Level platform. I'll just answer that because everybody will message me after this. Like, what is it? It's on Go High Level. I was on Go High Level before it was cool. We were like the 100th person on it. There's, 1 million on there now. We were literally, they didn't even have any of the bells and whistles they had now. We have built it as the platform has built out. So we share a team cell phone through there, and we share a team email through there. So there is really no distinguishing factors between me or Amy. We're a team, we're a 2-for-1 special, and we go all the way. They get bomb videos every milestone along the way that gets them a little sneak peek of me. It's 27 videos. We record them probably once a year. We update them and we plug them in. The clients, sometimes 99% of my clients never speak to me because there's no problems.
But Your first bomb video that goes out. Because they're going to, I know this question's going to get asked. Well, what milestones are you setting in your video? Probably approval or initial app is the first one.
No,
or
the lead. The lead is the first app.
Sure.
I'll tell
you.
You
get a lead.
I just give all my stuff away. I don't hide anything.
That's why I like you.
We're having a little bit of a delay. Hopefully this is not too bombarded on your side. We do lead, application, pre-qualified, no documents. They don't get a letter. Pre-approved and looking. Along the way, they get videos from us. Contract.
How often do you update pre-quals in the list?
Every 10 days, they get a message.
Okay.
And a check-in. And it's really soft and sweet. Like, hey, Chris, just checking in. How's house hunting going? Hey, Chris, you want me to run some numbers for you? Hey, tell me why we're struggling to find a house. Let me go see if I can help you find one. Things like that.
And these are all one and done videos. You do them once a year. Amy's got them all. Plug and play and send out.
Mm-hmm. Our CRM sends them out, so she doesn't have to click any buttons.
Easier yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Then probably appraisal coming in, or prelims, appraisal, and then CD closing.
Yep. Ask for a review.
Ask for a review. Now let's go to that really quick. So before we go on, is how are you asking for the review, and what reviews do you prefer? I mean, I know you prefer a perfect one, but what do you like? Google? Do you like what part do you like?
So I only ask for Google reviews. I think it's really difficult to get reviews on multiple platforms from multiple people. So we ask it in our magic window, which is after clear to close, before closing. We give them the Google review. We send it to all parties of the transaction. Buyer, co-buyer, listing agent, buyer's agent, title, insurance. We send it to all of them. So our insurance person gets it over and over again. She's already done one. She knows that. I don't stop it. It just keeps going.
Yep.
And they all get it. And we rarely don't receive one back, and we'll track them down if we need.
Sounds like Amy is a really good unicorn that you've spent years and years and years getting her to this spot. What do you consider is her metrics of how many leads or how many files? Because she's doing a lot in between. You know, she's on the front end and she's a little bit on the back end. I know she's not the processor, but she does a lot. What is her metrics?
So that's actually not true. Most of my system is automated. So her job works for her because I spent years developing the system. So probably 60% of our job is automated already, but built by me. So it was as if I did it natively right there. So it's pretty easy, and it's really genuine, and it doesn't feel canned at all. And so most of that is what I spend my time doing. Like when other people are watching Netflix, I'm building out CRM automations in bed, right? And so I'm like, oh, I want to say this, right? For example, a couple of months ago, I decided that I wanted to survey all parties of the transaction at conditional approval. So before they receive the conditional approval email from us, which is customized to the file, they get a survey that asks them 3 important questions, which is about, are they being served the way that they thought they would? How is our communication level? And if you rated us right now, if we close the transaction, what would we get? And so it allows for us to do a midpoint check-in and adjust as needed before we get to closing.
So you give honor if they say, oh my gosh, you're amazing, Ashley, I'll give you a 10. Loving it, loving it, loving it. That's teed up for awesome review. They give a 7. What's the script after that?
It's a phone call from me to adjust whatever is missing. Maybe they're confused on the process. Maybe they're uncomfortable. Maybe they're just a worry wart. Maybe we have a major problem, and that's when I come in.
Nice. Nice.
But I never have to do that.
Well, this frees up a lot of time for you to perfect your social and your green time, I would say, which was by design. You've done an amazing job and built an amazing CRM. By the way, if you're listening and you think you're going to go buy Ashley's CRM, you are I'm trying to say this nicely. That's not going to happen. It's great CRMs are built, not bought. And you built it. And that's why I am extremely impressed by your business. But this really frees up because of the time that you spent to build it. You can go do all this green time. So what's a week look like for you?
So I'm really, really specific on the task at hand. I only work from 7:30 to 4. And so I have to be really efficient with my time. And so I spend a good portion of my time connecting with agents. I have a top 100 list that I focus on all the time, making phone calls and whatnot. I track that in my CRM. I also stalk them on social media to ensure I understand what's going on in their life and their business. Their social handles are also built in my CRM. So as I'm going through the list of 100 agents that I'm working with or looking to work with, I can just click on the URL. It brings me right to their page. So I'm not mindlessly scrolling on Facebook on my phone. I am intentional at my computer working through connecting with people that are important in my business.
I know we're having a little delay. I don't know why. That's on my end. I apologize for everybody. Okay. Love it. Having a top 100. Love it. Realistically, out of the top 100, how many of the real estate agents send you one lead or more a month?
40.
40.
Yeah.
Still amazing. And then you're building or want to build with the relationship with the other 60, true?
Yes.
And what do the 40 get that the 60 don't?
Not much, because I treat everybody the same, just like my clients all get treated the same. It's a system. So they kind of just get rolled out. I don't call I'm not in high relationship with the 60. So I don't call them on a regular basis. I don't do that. I'm intentionally looking to get to know them, allow them to get to know us, and see what that is. But at the end of the day, our system is so efficient. Nobody's getting more or less. Everybody's just getting the total complete package. That's kind of like the hashtag about us. Like, everybody gets it because it's already built. So it's not any more effort to give anything. And we give a great client experience, whether you're a brand new agent or a seasoned one, an existing agent or not. Even if you're someone we don't like, we're going to give you the same treatment because that's what you deserve, of like the respect in the business. We're here to do a job, and they're entitled to that as well. So I provide that.
Yeah. I know that I thought you called it not speed dating, but at one time when we were in Atlanta, is it speed realtor, or how do you do your deal? Because I loved it.
Oh yeah, I do. Every now and then, I don't have a ton of time to do it, but like every now and then, it's really important to connect in person with your people. And so I set up 10 to 15 coffee appointments at a local coffee shop, and I sit there all day working and having connections. So I set them up for 45-minute spaces. So I have 15 minutes of a buffer, which allows me just to check in on the day and what needs to be. And I'm just already working. And so when they pop in, I'm like, hey, grab your coffee. I can't wait to sit down with you. If I'm still with an agent and the next one comes in, I'm like, hey, sis, we got to wrap this up because my next one is here. And it's like, you're right. It's like speed dating. I didn't call it that, but you're right. That's exactly what it is.
So you'll run through 10 or so agents, and plus you'll work all day long at the one coffee shop.
Yeah, I might just never leave. I might just start drinking water after noon because I frankly shouldn't be allowed to drink coffee that long.
Yeah, I mean, I love caffeine. I hate coffee, by the way, which I'm such a weirdo.
Yep.
But I do love caffeine. But like if I had 4 drinks, I'd be climbing the walls.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I really just already sit there, and so I don't have to drink it all, and I'll get me a snack, and they know what we're doing. They know what it's about. They know why
You're
we're
not fooling
meeting with
anyone,
them.
right?
You're not fooling anyone, so stop pretending like you are. I don't give them anything. I don't pass them flyers. If they're existing people, I just want to see my people. I just miss them, and I want 45 minutes with them to just visit. If I don't do business with them, I want to know who they are as human beings so I can decide if I want them in my world and if it's a good fit. Because I only want to serve those that enjoy being around me that I can, and vice versa, right? And so I never, if I'm not your cup of tea, let's figure that out right away and I can take you off my list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Amy work a list?
Amy works the same list in a similar way, not quite as intensive as I do, but our agents are our agents, all of our people. And so she's actually in a different community than me. She was always living in the South Carolina area when she worked for me, came to Lafayette for 2 years to work in my same office, and now has relocated back to South Carolina. And we hunt agents all over the country. So you are not safe from me and my team just because you're in Houston. If I meet your agent, if they come in for an LSU game and they meet me, they're now my people, and I'm going to hunt them down.
So look out.
Yes. Join forces and let me help you do this so you can have a fighting chance.
So Amy kind of works her own little list. Does Amy do one and done videos once a year as well? And what videos would she do as a teammate different from yours?
Yeah, so we've thought about breaking up some of our videos just so there's a mix of us now that she's taken a larger role in the last 2 years. So we'll revisit that in the quarter and we would just break up the pipeline videos. She is a partner in the business. So I call her my loan partner because she is a partner in the business. So she has probably equal share of our social media is just Amy. And then there's just me, and then there's stuff with us together. So like all of our graphics and things like that have the two of us. But if you go follow us, she has her own spread of videos, and how we've been running it this year is we have a weekly topic of content, of marketing, and I do my reel and she does her reel on the same topic, and we roll that during the same week. And it allows for some continuity with the marketing, the branding. We have a plan for it, and both of us get to see it because there's going to be some clients and agents that connect better with the way she shows up versus me. And so we want to balance that out with us, and it's allowed for the partnership and the working of the loans together a little bit better.
You know, you said no agents was really safe with you. So how many states are you licensed in today, and how many states do you want?
So our team is licensed in 19. So our company is licensed in 19. They have 22 more, and we have a referral system inside of our company. So even if I'm not personally licensed, we're hunting your agents and we're building relationships with people because we can serve with our system. We're so efficient. We can serve more than just our local community. We're competing with fintech that they can get loans from their bed from certain large companies. And so we hunt them all over the place. If Summit Lending is licensed, we want to be in a relationship with you.
Yeah. So we talked about realtor relationships and green time. Let's go to social. You have a kick butt little worksheet If you've never seen it before, it's done really, really well. And I feel like she's done a great job of making your video process simple and being able to write it down if you're a write down person. I'm a wing it person. So I have it. They said, this is the 3 topics. These are the 3 videos I want, and go. If you're not that, this is a really good worksheet, I feel. And it's probably a good worksheet for me. I am just old and stubborn. But before we go to that worksheet, walk me through, because I think it's important for the audience to hear. You've got this dialed, and what does a social calendar look like for you?
With my social media specifically? Yeah. So I have a plan. I'm an educator at heart. I want to teach people, educated home buyers make our life a lot easier. And so you may come from a community with a lot of education. I am not from that. And if you bought a house 5 years ago, heck, if you bought a house 2 years ago, it's different now than it was back then. So I really base things on education, and I really base it on budgeting and finances, because this country, this culture has lost its touch on money and what it means and how it can serve you in a positive way. We've taught people to just buy things that we want and not what we need or what we can afford.
So you're teaching a budget.
Oh yeah.
You're teaching the different programs that are available, and then you're also mixing in personal.
Yeah. So my social is 2 parts personal, 1 part business. On my personal pages, I do run a team page. I run a business page. Lots of people, lots of social media gurus will tell you that's useless. I don't believe that. When I go to a restaurant, the very first thing I do is find that restaurant's page and I see what they're about. Do I like their vibe? Do I like what they have? Do I like the decor on the wall? Do I like the menu? I don't go to the waiter's Facebook to see if I like him to serve me at the table, right? So I believe that both of them have a purpose. So my complete mortgage page is just so you can get the vibe of me and my team with some pointed resources, like marketing type of stuff. If you come find me on my personal page, 2 parts personal, 1 part business, and that allows for people to really get to know me. And I live and breathe this business. You can't take me anywhere without talking about mortgages and business and development and real estate. And so I spend a lot of time living and breathing this business, and it shows. And so I just highlight that. I don't tell people, hey, put all your dirty laundry out on social media. Like, if you've got some sort of nonsense going on in your life, keep it in the back doors. But what you do put out there, make sure it's authentic to you.
One sec, Ashley, before we go forward, I see a question that just popped up. Do you have a schedule for agent outreach? And do you call them every week or switch it up week to week? I think you kind of answered that. I have not called my agents regularly, so I feel like it would be odd if I started calling them. I'll answer it, then I want you to answer. Like, How can you say you have a relationship with somebody if you don't stay regularly connected? They're not a tool. They are a relationship. And when you treat it like that, it is amazing what the results are. That's me. How would you answer that?
So I have a schedule for agent outreach. One of the things that we did this year, and it has been a game changer for us, is that we built out value adds to our agents in our automation. And I cannot believe that I've had a bomb ass CRM for 6 years and I've never thought about doing it. So we are dropping little nuggets to them every 10 days of things that are valuable in their business. For example, the mortgage daily app It's a consumer-based app that tells consumers what the average rate is and some easily digested consumer information about the market. Mortgage
Mm,
News, excuse me, that's what it is. It's an icon, it's a black icon
mm,
with a little world on it. And so it allows for consumers to just have an idea of where the rate market is at their disposal. So that's one of the very first things that we share with agents so they can stop calling me and say, "What's the rate today?" It has
mm.
every program on there except for USDA. And so that's one of our little nuggets. And we have dozens and dozens of nuggets out there that we drop on them scheduled as a text message through my CRM. And I call my agents all the time. My top 10 agents, I'm in life with them. My number 3 agent right now did my laundry last week because I'm in an Airbnb with no laundry while I renovate my house.
What?
So like if you're not in high level relationship with people, you can't expect them to be loyal to your business.
That's right. That's right. So, great question, Stephanie.
Can we pause on that real quick? I just want to say one thing about Stephanie. If you thought it, like, if it's weird to call them, like, it's just really easy. Hey, summer is in full swing. I'm totally just out of my work element. I just wanted to call and check in on you and see how your summer's going.
So easy.
Very easy.
That's a great script. So 60/40, you got your own Facebook group, company group, you got your personal page, you're an educator, you're really big on educating them. You got some tools to be able to give agents so you don't have to always be creative and coming up with another tool. You use a tool. What are the 3 things as an originator today that I need to do to generate more leads in the next 6 months?
Love on your people. Call your people. Go through your Facebook list. I have 3,800 friends, and every single one of them is getting a message from me. If you're a loan officer and we're friends, you're getting a message from me that says, I am licensed in 19 states. I'm building my referral relationships. Tell me where you do the most of your business. Because if you're licensed in New York, we're never going to have a New York license. So I need people there to serve my clients or relationships. If you are my cousin, who I only see at Christmas, you are also getting a similar message. And if any one of you yahoos in my personal or professional life is rude, I'm not offended. No big deal. You're not my boo, and I'm going to unfriend you. You don't get to see what's going on in my life to be a backseat critic of it. You're either a front row cheerleader or you're not in my world. And it has served me well in all parts of my life. And so now I'm just like, well, who's going to be my boo now? Who is my cheerleader? And you figure that out when you go through your people.
Great. You are connecting with all 3,800. Is that through your CRM? Because that would be a hell of an overtaking if it was just you.
Nope, I am doing one by one through Facebook Messenger. I'm using the social media algorithm. I can do about 22 a day before Facebook blocks me. And I have figured out that I send about 5 to 7 messages, wait for somebody to reply before I start sending the next 5 or 7. So Facebook doesn't think you're spamming people. They think you're connecting with people, which is what they want. So as long as there's like some replies back, you can get through 30 or 35 of them before Facebook's like, hey, sis, go have a break on this. And we're just going through it. So it's taking me a little while, but for an originator to say, I don't have time to do that, you're lying. We all have time. The number one originator in this country is not doing enough business to serve his business and the people he's employed. Go call your people.
Yeah, for sure. All right, number 1, love on the people. Number 2.
You got to put yourself out there. Stop being so weird about not asking for business. Real estate agents are so good at this. Like, they are shameless in their pursuit of the ask. So I am of the season of I am bold and broke, and nobody will tell me, like, whatever. If they say no, they say no. They don't want to buy a house. So I'm asking the cashier at the grocery store. I'm asking the waiter. I'm asking the trash man when I walk through the park. Like, talk to them about your business, connect with them, drop them a card. This actually changed my way of thinking when me and Chris were in Atlanta, because he said that every conversation was worth $240. And so even though I don't walk away from a conversation with the guy who's dumping the trash at the park with $240, he will bring me my $240 somewhere later in life that I haven't cashed that check yet. And that really changed my mentality on who we're talking to.
That's awesome. All right. That's really good. I don't even think you can top it, but let's see. Number 3.
We've got time. Oh gosh, I need a third one. You just got to be really strategic with your time. I get people all the time. They call me. I spoke to 3 loan officers yesterday, and they're like, I know you're really busy. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I have 16 loans in my pipeline right now. I just took a 30-day vacation. I'm not busy. Like, what's up? What do you need? How can I help? So I think you just have to get really strategic on your time. I would absolutely use this next coming time to get really powerful in how you communicate with your referral partners. They're about to go through a major shift with this NAR lawsuit and how they do business, and they need our support now more than ever. And you have to figure out what that language is. So let me be very clear. I think it's an incredible disservice to the lending community to allow real estate agents to be licensed loan officers. It is an easy way out, and it's taking advantage of people who are just scared. Teach them how to have powerful conversations. We've been talking about money with clients for so long. We've had to justify our compensation. We've had to count every penny for a really long time. Well, if you've been in the business a really long time, but even if you've been in a short period of time, you've had to do that. We're really comfortable talking about money. Teach them how to have comfortable money conversations with their clients, back them up, support them, give them resources, and ensure that a buyer understands the importance of their role in this, and require them to show up as a professional to be a part of your business, and it will change your world.
I love that. I challenged a lot of my loan officers the other day of what's your Super Bowl? And what I was saying to them was, every football team that's starting to get together through summer camp has one goal, which is to win the Super Bowl. And it's amazing what I heard. And I gave them a week to think about it. I'm giving you like 15 seconds. But if you had to come up with what's your Super Bowl goal, what would it be?
Oh gosh. Yeah, he didn't give me no time on that. I'm going to say the thing that like no one...
It's unfair.
It's unfair. And like people probably give you these like fluttery answers. It's the same thing. Like the
I
why.
just feel like you're goal oriented. Like you have a big goal out there.
Like, I actually don't have a big goal. I just want to live my life in peace, take care of my people, and be a good mom. So if I'm able to get to the level of my business that allows for me to be present with my children, serve my clients, and help people, I'm golden. At the end of the day, I have a money goal. I know exactly how many loans I have to do, exactly how many units have to come in leads, so that I can live the life that I want. And people give this like, I want to help 100 people. I just want to make money. And there's nothing wrong with that, y'all. Like, that's what makes the world go around. Okay. So just stop with the flutter and just say, I just want to make money. I want to serve the people. I want to take care of my family. And that's really it. Right. So I don't have this like big elaborate Super Bowl. I tell people all the time that like God created me to pave a path for women in my world. And that looks different for every woman, right? Some of them want to be powerhouses and be the head of their household to change their family's life. Some of that just wants to contribute to be a partner with their spouse to alleviate the pressures of men in their household. Everybody has a different thing, and I want to support all of that. And some of y'all just want to work enough to stay home, want to pay off some debt and then stay home with your babies because you're going into a season of raising small kids. Everybody has a season and everybody has a path, and I was put on this earth to help people figure that out. And the honesty is I coach more men than women, and I'm happy to do both because there's equal pressure on our households, and if we found a way to support one another, we'd have a better family unit.
Yeah. Awesome. I know you're coaching, and that could come up. You said it, so let's cover that.
Yep.
If someone's interested in getting involved in your coaching group, where would they go, and how does it work?
Yeah, so I do a couple of things. I coach with 2020 Vision for Success. That's with Christine Beckworth and Jason Frazier. I always say that Frazier has, like, I've always stuck with him because he's always taken care of me. He has helped grow my business just through his heart. So I've always supported him. Where he goes, I go. I'm like a little fly that he can't get rid of, apparently. He's helped a really, really long time. So you can coach with me at 2020. You can join our group, 2020 Vision for Success. It's a Facebook group. You'll catch me in there. You can join the program there and coach with me one-on-one or reach out to me directly. And then I also offer a CRM boot camp. So we talked about this earlier, is that CRMs are not bought, they are built. I'm going to use that line. I'm going to steal that from you because I will build your CRM. I will build your CRM out, and then I'll set you loose and you'll never use it and it'll be a waste of time. Lots of people do that, and I'm happy to take your money to do it. Or you can join a boot camp. It's a 4-week session. I'm sorry, it's 4 sessions. It takes 8 weeks. It's 2 hours. I put you in a group of 3, and we build out the platform step by step. So at the end of the 8 weeks, you have my exact CRM to run with. And so you know how to do it. You can make changes on it. You can make adjustments as the market. I don't sell the CRM. I just train you how to set it up and navigate it. And then if you want one-on-one coaching, because the hardest part about a CRM is how you change your business from your personal cell phone and the handheld to like a system. And there's a way to do it that we have perfected. We've seen it with dozens of loan officers. We've changed their life with it. We just got to get you there.
So do we have to use, if you're doing this coaching and someone's on Salesforce or someone's on, do we need to be on your CRM software to be able to take advantage of it, or how does that work?
There is a couple that I will build out with you. Salesforce is not one of them. You could not pay me enough money. It's so complex to build it out. I will coach you through, like, I'll coach you through the how to implement it, what's important and whatnot on any system. Because the reality is that when it comes to a CRM, I see this all the time. A loan officer who's been in the business a little while has the way that they do their business, and then they want the CRM to match their business. And that's not how it works. You change your business to match the CRM that you chose. All of them are they do all the basic functions, but there's some things that are a little bit different in each one. Some are more complicated to get there, some are not. But you have to change your business to match the CRM, not the other way around. And that's where they fail. And they say, CRMs suck. No, they don't suck. You don't have the ability to pivot and change based on what the tool is providing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thanks for coming on. I picked up a couple things. I'm going to send a couple of my loan officers your way for your CRM deal. They're on Salesforce, so you'll love it. So I'll have to sweet talk you, or some of your integrations that you've come up with is genius. And if you guys are serious about your CRM, get with Ashley, get in that coaching group, go see Fraser. I love Christina. Like they have a great group. Get coached by Ashley and look out because she might see your agent at a football game and
That's
take
right.
it.
Love it. Well, I appreciate you and all that you've done for the industry, Chris. We love you. We love using Windsor, and keep on keeping it up.
Awesome. See ya. Have a great day.
You too. Bye, Bo.